Jared. Welcome in. Hey,
Hey,
hey.
what's up?
Oh, changed. Damn it. First try. Messed up my camera angle. So welcome in, Jared. You are known to the community as sort of the guy that does CraftTweaker, and more recently you have sort of a new project coming out called DLuv. But yeah. So I mean, that's your biggest mod, right? Is CraftTweaker, but that wasn't your first. So how did you get into modding and how actually more so? How did you get into Minecraft first, and then how did you get into modding?
Minecraft was a bit of a weird one. So I took my laptop to school one day and someone was like, hey, you got Minecraft on there? I'm like, no, what's that? Went home, downloaded it, and been
Mm-hmm.
hooked ever since. Just,
What year was that?
that must have been 2014. So around 6-ish years, maybe 2013. Yeah, I remember playing 1.2.5, if not
Oh,
before.
that was a good time to start playing. So did you start modding immediately, or did because 1.25 is a great version. I mean, it had a lot of classic mods. So
Not
mhm.
modding per se. I did look at MCP and just did the whole exploding arrows thing that everyone does. Like, if you don't make exploding arrows, are you even modding?
No, the answer is no. That and Emerald Tools.
You notch the exploding arrows. I have no tools. I guess I'm
Okay,
not a
get out.
modder. Yeah, okay. I'll just.
No, please, I can't see you. But yeah. So, but I mean, not even just modding. You modding. Like, when was the first time you played with a mod?
Oh, that must have been, Tekkit, the good
Right.
Tekkit with the original
The not
Tekkits.
even multiplayer compatible tech kit.
Yeah, that was okay. Maybe not that Tekkit. It was multiplayer
Yeah,
compatible. So maybe not the first Tekkit, but I remember being pretty good.
that was a great time. I mean, like it seemed like it was just like the Wild West. Like it was so OP. You had equivalent exchange. You had red power. You had a lot of craziness. And it was just I have very fond memories because I was in high school when I was playing that, so I sort of associated with that and just playing with friends. But yeah, that was a good time. So let's skip a little forward. When did you start getting in sort of serious into the scene?
So must have been what version were Withers added?
Wither? Oh, was that 1.8?
Yeah, it
Like
was a
one
bit
beta
late.
1.8? No,
What,
I
4.2?
don't know.
Really?
That's a good question. I'll put it up on screen, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm checking. I think it was 1.4.2 that they added
Mm-hmm.
Withers. And basically, so I just wanted to make a mod. Like, I'll be honest, it was a bit to be like, hey guys, on server, I was playing on server at the time, just one of those public private servers where like, hey, fill out this
Yeah.
whitelist application and,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, so was just one of those, and I just wanted to make a mod, be like, hey guys, I made this. It's cool. I'm programming, and it's like, okay, let's just get into this, see what to do, and make an actual mod.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to do it was like a staff that would shoot a wither's head. It's simple enough. I mean, I think Twilight Forest does something similar with one of their staffs.
So like the Wither attack where he kind of throws a head, that kind of thing.
Exactly that. Never finished it. Couldn't figure out. So now I haven't tried it again, but I could probably do it now. I
Mm-hmm.
hope.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Please don't hold me to that.
So what brought you to CraftTweaker? Because you're not the original author of it, right? I mean, obviously you've done a shit ton on it, but
No. Uh, so when I started making the mods, I got, for some reason at the time, so do you remember
mm-hmm.
baubles?
Yeah, definitely.
So that was my, okay, this is a new, it had just been released and everyone was doing it. I was like, okay, I got an idea for this. Let's just do it. And just like get into the scene
Mm-hmm.
more. Because like everything I've done beforehand was just basically like chisel, just normal blocks. Could remade an M
Mm-hmm.
creator type of things. So I said, let's just take, like, I have ideas of possible baubles. Let's just do it. So I did that. I got added to a few packs by, I forgot his name, but he used to do FTB stuff. Got added that pack, and I just met people. Eventually, I met Simon or Lance 505 from Resonant Rise.
Yep.
And I was just talking to him in speak one day. He's like, damn, CurseForge not updating. And he asked me if I could take a look. It's like, hey, you're a modder. Can you just take a look, see what's going on here? So I got involved in that, and it was fun. I took it over from Joshy, who was happy to give it up at the time. And then ModTweaker being an add-on for MindTweaker at the time was like, okay, MindTweaker is also dying. The author's not. These mods, the authors don't stay around for long, is all I'll say. And
Yeah, especially that mod. It had a couple of versions, right? Like it sort of had a lot of stop and starts.
yeah, MindTweaker. So I took it over when it was MindTweaker 3, and like I can't even find the source for MindTweaker 1. I think I have for 2, but completely different things. And thankfully, MindTweaker 3 just was good. But real life commitments, Dan couldn't continue. So I just took it over with his permission.
Yeah. And now you're number 3 or 4 on CurseForge? What is the number?
For what?
For
Downloads,
downloads.
popularity. I don't think it's I know it's top 10.
Yeah,
But
okay. Yeah, that sounds right. And you would know more than me. How many packs and how many downloads do you have?
downloads to live all mods, or
We can go all mods. Yeah, sure.
so CraftTweaker itself is about hit 60 million. It's at 59,700,000. So
Wow.
yeah, and the thing is, I remember it being 50 million like 2 months ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really has grown a lot. Modding and just CraftTweaker in general.
Do you think it has to do with the lockdowns? Do you think a lot of people are playing more games in
So
general?
100%. So Curse does offer a project CSV file that just has, hey, here's your downloads per day, here's your total downloads, here's unique, all of that stuff, just to give you an idea of how your project's performing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's pull that up quickly. So in March, April, CraftTweaker hit is getting 100,000 downloads a day.
Wow. Wow. How does that
More,
make you feel?
I try not to think about it because so for me, like if you look at like Vazky, people know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's been around for a while, sure, but even newcomers know Vazky and his memes, all of that.
Yeah.
But for me, all of my mods are in like the background. No one knows what to use to change recipes, or hey, what mod adds the search in the control menu. Like I was reading through
That's
the
you?
FB
What?
subreddit. Yeah,
That's actual shock. Like I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So you just proved your
controlling's
point.
me.
Yeah.
I was looking through the FB subreddit that day, and someone was asking about keybound, and one of the comments was like, go to the keybounds menu, click the search at the bottom, and type in do it through there. And it's like, he didn't say he had controlling. This guy's just assuming that he has controlling.
That's
I
pretty
can't.
cool.
Oh, hold on, it gets better. I commented, you'll need controlling for this. And I think I got downloaded on that one. Yeah,
So you're saying that people don't even realize that you're the guy.
yeah, a lot of my mods just in the background. Yeah.
Do you do that purposely? I mean, obviously not the mods being in the background, but do you purposely not make yourself like the face of your mods, or do you, or is it just because your mods are a little bit more utility that it comes with that?
It really just comes with that. Like,
Okay.
even look at Mez with JR. So his Discord, for example, is like dead. No one really, no one's really in it, and like JR is the biggest mod
Right.
for my group, at least on CurseForge.
Yeah.
Like, it really, people don't really care about utilities. They just use them.
Yeah, I guess they're not as cool and fancy as like a content mod, but I think if you took them away from anyone, they would have a riot, you know? It's so just you don't know what you have till
Yeah,
it's gone kind of thing.
depends, because once again, with CraftTweaker, there have been around like 3 or 4 different competitors or like alternatives that all
Mhm.
claim to do different things and all of that. There only one of them is alive today, so that I know of.
Yeah. That's what I
So
mean. Like if you took it away, a lot of packs would die.
what I'm saying is that a lot of it is like someone's just going to come and make an alternative. Like CraftTweaker has an alternative that was on 116 before ours.
Mhm.
Trolling has keyboard wizard alternative. Clamps doesn't have one as far as I know, but yeah,
Yeah, and
it just
I mean, there's always going to be a place for those types of mods, I think, because I mean, the moment NEI even started showing signs of dying, it was like just enough items came out and just sort of swooped in. It was
I
so
will
there.
say
Hmm.
NER has nothing on JER. Like it
That's
really
interesting.
I play a 1-7 pack that
Uh-huh.
a while ago is just so bad because it doesn't. So JR caches recipes. So if you search for recipe, it's near instant.
Yeah.
With NER, every time you look at a recipe, it goes through the whole recipe list, finds the recipe you want, and then shows it to you.
Oh.
JR is just like, oh, you want recipes for this item? Let's just get that item and
Yeah.
show them.
Yeah. That and another thing is I remember is NEI. It was very hard to make custom UIs, right, for your mods to like make anything that wasn't just a simple furnace sort of UI. It was kind of hard for programmers to do. But JEI has an API for that, if I know, right? If I'm correct,
Uh, I haven't really messed with it, but
I guess.
yeah, I think when I tried to do an NER add-on thing to
Yeah.
show like custom recipes, I do think I was running into issues. Like it's NER, well, depends on code chicken lib. It's all of that stuff, which has its ups and downs.
Hmm.
Is a bit opinionated on rendering, so
Well, I think it's
yeah,
crazy how like I mean, if you talked to me back in 1.7 days, that mod would not have. I would never expect that mod to go away. It was just like just part
yeah.
of the meta, but it just something better came along. I still think it's pretty cool how new mods can come around and sort of rise up. Still, it's kind of rare for normally in this late in a game's life cycle there'd be the established things and nothing changes, but I do like that about Minecraft is that there's always something new coming out. Create, which was a mod that's only
Yeah,
like, if I know, it's like only like a year old, maybe two. It
I didn't think that
that's
old.
yeah, that shit came that it's amazing, and like we're like 11 years into Minecraft now, and we're still getting cool stuff. But speaking
Yeah,
of cool stuff, what is the coolest thing you've seen people make in CraftTweaker or Content Tweaker, I guess more so, but like
uh,
what's the best use of your mods that you've seen?
so Content Tweaker recently isn't really me.
Hmm.
I gave it off to Scarsom because it's just one of those. I don't have times. At the time, I was either in high school or university,
Okay.
so I just didn't have time and it just wasn't fun to work on.
Hmm.
So I just kind of let it die, and then Scarsom came around and kind of just rewrote everything, threw all of my code out, and yeah, for the better, it's pretty good now.
Hmm.
So have you ever played Ultimate Alchemy by R.W. Temmer?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know he made mod packs. That's cool.
Yeah, it is, in my opinion, one of the best mod packs of the century.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just so well done, and it just so for a brief intro or like what happens in it. It's a sky block. You start with infinite cobble and infinite oak logs,
Uh-huh.
and you can fly. You get an
Oh.
accelerator wand, and yeah. So you think, oh cool, infinite items and fly straight away with accelerating. Like I can accelerate blocks, make them go faster. But there's so much grind to this mod pack. Like at one point, he has an item that I forgot how it's used, but for some reason you need player tiers. So yeah, he had an item through Content Tweaker.
Uh-huh.
There's like a picture of a dog with 3 legs. You hold right click on it and to like look at it, and after a bit you drop player tiers. Which I was joking is just really
That's
fun.
that's amazing. I need to get footage of that to put in here because that's pretty damn funny. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
use of it. So that just sold me on it. I'll have to check that out after this. Uh, is there anything that annoys you when people do stuff with CraftTweaker? Like things that people do that annoy you in packs or whatever, or do you pay attention?
Not really. I mean, look, I don't play modded that much anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just also interested in making the mods, and obviously if a pack comes out, so like all the mainstream packs, I do check out a bit if they're worth checking out, like SevTech or Sky Factory 4.
Mm-hmm.
If I help to make a pack, I'll definitely check it out. So look, with Sky Factory 4, I made quite a few of the mods for Dark Custom.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I gave that one a bit of a look. And, Sky Factory. But people, the only thing that really annoys me is when they take a mod pack, remove mods, and then come shout at me like, hey, I removed the mod and now the mod pack is broken. Please help.
Oh, I see.
And
I
it's
see.
like, I'm not even going to attempt to help you because I don't know their scripts. I don't know what systems they had. And it's just like, if you're going to make a mod pack, make your own.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take a painting and paint over it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and there's just so much you can do with it with the mod that you're right. The moment something breaks and you weren't the one that made it or you're not familiar with it, like it becomes just a pain in the ass for the author, you, to have to deal with people all the time. I'm sure you get quite insane questions all the time, especially with the mod that big.
Yeah, like I had to make a rule about it in my Discord
Mm-hmm.
because people were taking Sky Factory 4 scripts and being like, why doesn't this work? I added X mod. Or I don't like how they use barrels, drum storage, and more. Add storage drawers. Now this doesn't work. Please help. And it's like, no, go away.
Yeah, it that's one of the many issues of being sort of in a community that is primarily kids, I'd say, even though I feel a lot of the audience has grown up is and on top of that, Minecraft modding is so easy to do that that there is um the barrier to entry is so low that you kind of get a lot of those people that'll come in and just ask those crazy questions that make no sense. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like at the end of the day, Minecraft is a kids game.
Yeah.
Like, Wild Minecraft maybe takes it a bit higher, but like it's still a kids game. Kids are going to be playing it. You can't get around that,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately.
You just have to live with it, I, and just let it not affect you, I guess, as much as I feel like it does sometimes.
Yeah,
Uh
but
oh, go on.
it's fun, don't worry.
Okay. Well, I would like to pivot a little bit if that's okay to your newest endeavor. Well, not newest. I mean, it's been around for a while, but you had been talking about it. DLuv or DLuv? How do you say it?
Say DLuv, but
DLuv? What is that?
so You asking what DLuv is, like the word, or
Yeah,
the...
yeah. Or what's the idea or
Okay,
the
so I
origin of the name?
believe it's Spanish for flood, of Delivio or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just meant to be, look, Curse has a flame, we're water. That
It's that
sounds so
simple.
cringe. It sounds so cringe saying it like that, but
I
like
didn't even put that two together. I didn't make that connection. I just thought it was a cool logo, I
Curse
guess.
has a flame, we have a water droplets. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
what is it? What is if you want to introduce it to some people who maybe haven't heard it?
so it's a mod hosting platform that all of it is most of it is open source. Right now there's one or two things that aren't, just because like I don't want to make our authentication system open source without us like making sure it is good and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have bugs. Just be a bit more secure about that.
Okay.
So it's an open source mod hosting platform made by myself, Darkaxe, who has made quite a few mods over the years, and LC08, who has worked on Metallurgy and a few more of the Metallurgy team mods. I'm not sure which ones specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so just a mod hosting platform that it's not meant to be so much as a competitor to Curse, more like a, hey, upload your mods here as well. Get more eyes on it, take advantage of like having people who actually care about mods running it. Because
Mm-hmm.
like I'm gonna put my own mods there. If I know it's an issue, I'm going to fix it. I'm not gonna like let it sit and let others experience it. So it's more of a just a community,
Yeah, well,
run by
because you're gonna
people.
be using it too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely. I'm not
So,
going to be pulling my mods from Curse.
mm-hmm.
Like that's just hurting the community in general. So yeah, I'd recommend that. But obviously, if you want like make a new mod that's just on DLuv, like go ahead.
What brought on the idea to make it? Why did you feel the need?
Curse is um, shit. Let's just go with that. Curse is shit. Like they don't care. So I mean,
Hot take.
yeah,
Not a hot take at all.
unpopular opinion. It's actually really popular. Like just if you go to their site, like sure it looks nice, but just so much little things. Like so, I recently did a project where I asked mod authors to add an account that I made to their mods,
Mm-hmm.
and Curse offers a project CSV stats, just analytics. I talked about them earlier,
Yeah.
and so the idea behind it was let me just ask people to add this user to their projects, and now I can download their project CSV files and put in a graph. That went fine for the first like 125 mods, but after that, Curses will only send me 125 project files. They
Really?
are,
That's a very
yeah,
arbitrary number.
well, 5 pages of files because there's 25 per page.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah, but before that, when I had like 120 mods, well, I don't know the numbers, but before showing 10 pages of mods, so around like 250 mods. And then I got like 251 mods. And now, oh, you're limited to 125. And just
Mm.
like, a lot of their system is just like cobbled together over the years. And it just doesn't work well.
Well, yeah, you're totally right. I mean, I always kind of felt that with CurseForge in general. Like it was originally supposed to be for WoW, and then they sort of tacked on Minecraft support and other games, but I don't pay attention to the other games. But and then in
Yeah.
the Twitch launcher too, it's like a weird setting you gotta fucking enable somewhere, and
Yeah. The
then you
Twitch
can
launcher
kind
is
of.
like my biggest issue with it. So firstly, WoW has so many cool things that Minecraft does not have.
Mm-hmm.
You can like translate a mod on Curse for World of Warcraft, and it just gets so much better treatment.
Yeah.
But the launcher, it is, I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, besides the fact that it's Electron, and like Discord is Electron. Stuff can run on multiple platforms easily. Like, I don't get why they just don't ship a Linux version.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing, right? Like, it's like taboo ever since even like FTB launcher and like all that stuff. It's always been like Linux support has been pushed to the side so much, and even with the newest news with Overwolf, they still weren't committing to. I mean, they said it would happen after, but we've heard that before.
Yeah, and even then, it's going to be a rundown version. They're not gonna like it's. Yeah, I don't think they care. Like, it's kind of understandable, but if it was like 5 years ago, but
Mm-hmm.
some of the changes made, like Steam, what's Steam's
Proton.
Proton? Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
that. Steam Proton Vulkan, I think, is also a thing.
Yeah.
It's just like Linux gaming is becoming a lot more mainstream, and people need to catch up.
Yeah, and especially a game that's already cross-platform, or sorry, well, yeah, cross-platform, like, Mac OS,
Yeah,
Linux, and Windows. It's weird to cut out a potential audience. It never made sense to me, and their reasonings were always weird. But now that's Overwolf's problem. So, do you have any thoughts on sort of that? That kind of came out of what seemed nowhere to me, because I'm the mod on the Feed the Beast subreddit, and they messaged us like 2 weeks prior. They're like, "Hey, we have some news. We have like a mod hosting platform. Can we do an AMA?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Good luck with that, buddy." And then like 2 weeks later, it's like they bought CurseForge, and I was like, "Oh shit, they're not actually doing their
oh,
own."
so
I
you
didn't
actually
realize this.
knew beforehand.
Well, I knew that they were doing something. I didn't know that they were doing that. They never said that they were buying anyone. It was just that we had mod hosting, and I was like, okay, they're just gonna do what everyone else is trying, like trying to be Nexus mods or whatever. But no,
Yeah,
they bought them, and that was very surprising to see. So, what were your reactions
yeah.
when you saw that?
So, I messaged the Twitch staff, "What the fuck?" and I never got a reply back to that,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But yeah, it really was out of nowhere, and like, so just saying. So they hadn't. So I don't have high hopes for it. Like, a lot of the things they've said sound good,
Mm-hmm.
but like plus 50% more revenue by 2022, and then it's like, oh, we haven't actually looked at anything yet. Like, we don't know how that works. Oh, we haven't thought about that. We'll see. We only got the code this week. We'll see what happens. And it's like,
Right.
they don't even know what they bought.
Yeah,
So
that was during that. I remember the call, right, that they did.
yeah,
That
you
was
know that
very
call.
interesting. Yeah, I was in the
Yeah,
call.
I
Yeah.
know. You know
Yeah.
who did get an invite to the call?
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't.
Yeah, never got an
Yeah.
invite to that call. I had to ask a Twitch staff, hey, give me an invite. I'm like in your top 10 of authors. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really weird. I mean,
Yeah,
the call itself was fine. It answered some of my questions, but um I don't know, like for me it seemed like they're very optimistic, but it doesn't seem like they have any experience with this community, with modded Minecraft. Like they don't have
yeah,
anyone on staff that's I don't know, engrossed in it or whatever. But I remember when CurseForge happened, they at least brought on some Minecrafters, at least as moderators, right? If I remember correctly.
uh,
Like I remember Zeldo was, JaredIII08 at some point was.
yeah.
Um,
When they bought, they did do an initial. Hey,
yeah,
I don't know if those people went to Curse for like that specific reason, or if they were like actually just offered a job or
gotcha.
interested in working with them.
Yeah, but it was just
But
cool that they
yeah,
had people from the community at least working there, or at the very least in their ears to tell people like, hey, maybe that's not a smart idea for the community. I hope they do that
oh
with
yeah,
Overwolf, because
yeah.
they besides WoW, I guarantee Minecraft is either, if not the first, the second biggest game on CurseForge, and a big
It's it's the
it's
second biggest.
yeah, so it's like it's a huge part of what they're gonna be absorbing. So I hope they take notes from people in the community, especially you guys as the authors. You know, I do hope you guys get 50% more revenue. That'd be pretty cool, if they can do it and not
Yeah,
go
and like not
bankrupt.
just put every ad like
Yeah,
white space. No, we have ad space.
Yeah, exactly. I'm worried that in the overlay itself they're gonna have ads, which would suck dick, but you never know.
I think they do in their app overlays. I think they do have ads, but I think it's all auto-defined. So if I made an
Okay.
overlay,
Uh-huh.
I say, hey, I want an ad here.
Oh, okay.
But during the meeting, I think they said that they can't really put ads in the game, or maybe like they can't really track analytics in the game, so they can't say, "Ooh, he placed a block from Chisel. Let's give Chisel 1 point or whatever." Like
Right, it's
they
not gonna be
said they
that in
can't do
depth.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ads in games, if they put ads in Minecraft, a few years back there was a post on /r/FTB.
Hmm.
Someone put ads in a GUI just like as a joke. I will go and give that post platinum if they actually put ads in Minecraft.
That could you imagine the uproar that would happen if that happened? Because I mean, I feel like this might be a situation where remember when Skyrim got paid mods and it was like Bethesda just did
Yeah,
not understand that like you can't monetize a community that was already free. I really hope they don't go that route, but I really can't see much for them to. I'm pessimistic, I guess. There's not much I can see them to do to make more money without just starting to just do some cash grabby type stuff like that. Um, but that's just
there's a few
me.
things. So a while back, Curse had Curse Premium,
Hmm.
which worked really well. Like so, you'd pay $5 a month and get no waiting on downloads. And like I think that's pretty fair. So
Yeah.
and I think it worked pretty well. And then Twitch bought them. And it's like, So you have Twitch subscriptions, you have Twitch Prime, and you have Curse Premium. One of them needs to go.
Right.
And Curse Premium went. Because like they can't be like, hey, yeah, we know you subscribed or like have Twitch Turbo as well.
Hmm.
We know you have Twitch Turbo, but hey, buy this other thing as well to support the modders. And it's like it doesn't work well.
So did revenue go down for modders when they got rid of Curse Premium? I don't
I
remember.
don't remember, but yeah, I don't remember to be honest. Like that was quite a few years ago.
It was a while ago.
And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch did just kind of subsidize the point pool. I think that
Yeah, they got Jeff
changed the
Bezos
word.
money, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like just but hey, let's not anger these people. Let's just make it the same.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
yeah, I
yeah, I
think you're
think
right.
bringing that back, and no, AdSense is really good. Like just having an ad on a website pays kind of well. So just for example, I have AdSense on my CraftTweaker docs. It's semi recently, and it probably gets me like a third or so of what I get from curse points for CraftTweaker.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's viable.
Yeah,
You think?
100%. And like,
Okay.
yeah, so put that on and I don't get that many views. Like, maybe I know I get like 400 impressions a day of ads, but like 4,000 impressions. But like, put down Curse, who gets like 20 million sessions a month or something. That's a lot of money that can go to authors.
Yeah, that's good money. Do you have anything you'd like to pimp out before we go? Twitter,
Hmm.
Instagram, TikTok. I don't know. OnlyFans. Yeah.
That there's no only I don't have an OnlyFans. If you see an OnlyFans from that has my name, it is not me, unless you read about before, in which case you never know. But
Never know.
no, follow me on Twitter, JaredII0808.
All right. Yeah. Check him out on Twitter. Check out DLuv, please. It's a really cool thing, and it's cool to have competition in this space. And yeah, thank you so much for being on, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.